Continuing on with basic kicks, if you've been following my series of videos, I talked about the front kick, and then in my most recent video, I talked about the side kick. Now I want to talk about the roundhouse. There's several ways of throwing a roundhouse kick. In the past, I've worked with the Thai boxing style way of throwing the roundhouse, but more recently, I've been focused on practicing more of a Taekwondo karate style roundhouse. So that's what I've been practicing. So that's what I'm comfortable sharing in this tutorial. So that's what we're going to go with. Anyways, I get into my fight stance, and just like a front kick, I can throw it with either my front leg or I can throw it with my back leg. Remember, the front leg won't have as much power because I won't be able to get as much of my body into it. And the one from the back leg will be much more powerful because I can bring my whole body through and around. I get more range of motion. So just like a jab and a cross, right? My jab isn't going to have as much power, but it's closer to my target. So I can reach my target probably more quickly. And then if I'm going for a power shot, I usually go with that backhand. So think of it the same with these kicks. And I mentioned that in the front kick video. All right, so looking at the front leg first, if I was going to throw a roundhouse with the front leg, my back leg will become the stance leg. I'll have to turn my toes out. I lift my knee, and then I have to turn my hips over, extend out, retract, and bring down with control. I have to bring my hips back. So that's if I'm throwing with the front leg. If I'm throwing with the back leg, my front leg will be the stance leg. As I swing my leg through, I'm going to turn my toes out on this front leg. And then I have to turn my hips over, extend out the leg, retract quickly, and bring it back. So let's look at those again. From the front leg, I lift up, turn the toes out on my stance leg, extend out, retract, turn my hips back and bring it down. Hopefully keeping your hands up the whole time. I have that issue of kind of dropping my hands, especially like on a roundhouse. And then if we look at the rear leg roundhouse kick slowly, as I bring my leg through, I turn my toes out on my front leg. I extend out with my leg. I hinge back and bring it all the way back. Or I could kick and then change my lead. I could put the leg down with control in front. I will mention the point of impact on my leg. I would like to impact with my lower part of my shin or the top of my foot. But I don't want to really hit with my toes or I'll break my toes. And I really don't want to hit too high up on my shin, up near my knee. I just won't have as much power. So that lower part of the shin is really one of the best places to impact here. And, you know, I need to mention, as far as looking at it from a self-defense perspective, this works really well, but you know, you want to keep it low. And it's important that on a roundhouse that you retract it quickly, because if you leave it out there, it's a pretty easy one for somebody to just catch your leg if you're not retracting it properly and you leave it out there, and they'll take you to the ground real quick. So there you have it, the roundhouse kick. It can be very powerful, especially with that rear leg. And like I said, in a self-defense situation, remember, you have more range with your kicks. If you needed to, you don't have to get as close. And if you just use it and roundhouse right on their leg, it can be really helpful. If somebody's coming at you for some reason and really intends to do you harm, a really swift kick on the leg will definitely slow them down. So from that self-defense aspect, it is a good one, but I wouldn't recommend trying to throw it high. But yeah, if you're just doing it for health and fitness and you're moving around and you're shadow boxing, or maybe if you're doing some method sparring with your partner and they're letting you try things, go ahead and throw it high and see, you know, give yourself a chance to challenge your flexibility and work on your leg strength. So there you have it, the roundhouse kick. We'll look at it one more time. Front leg and then rear leg. So see if you can incorporate that now into your shadow boxing, and you're moving around, and then throw roundhouse kick, and throw a couple combos, and front kick, and then side kick. And now you're getting a whole lot of options for that shadow boxing, and you can really get a great workout out of that. Okay, I'll have one more video on kicks. In my next video, I'll talk about the stomp kick.